Hello and welcome back to Let's Play the Waylanders with me, BringItDon. So I took quite a bit of time off camera, went around Brigantia and found the remaining goblins. The first one is here next to the exit to the main map in the market area. The next one is going to be in the Grove of Trials. All the way back here. The first one I just showed was actually the one that took me the longest to find. He's standing out in the open. This guy's standing back here in this corner. And I have no idea how many times I walked past that one. The rest of them were fairly simple to find. Because they were all where you would expect goblins to be. Alright, the next one is in the Ring of Blades. There's two in that location, because that's where we found one of the two when we first explored this area. Alright, and here's number 3. Technically number 5 for our purposes, but then we had found one over here as well, between these two buildings in the back. Actually, we can fast travel to the other two. They're both locations that are accessible from here. Actually, these are too. We could have sped things up a bit. Alright, so there's one here at Clarion Point. And while we're here in Brigantia, I do want to go explore Kingsland again. See if we can explore the entirety of that location without getting attacked. Alright. Goblins right here behind this tree. Clarion Point. The next one is at American's home. The cutscene triggered because I reloaded because of the cutscene last time. Whenever I do something off camera, I reload to reset everything, just in case. And there he is. That should be all of them for Brigantia. Now, someone did warn me that the quest was currently bugged. Right now, we're on track. Just to find the 5 in Dunbriga, which we'll head to here shortly, after we explore Kingsland. If Tarlock attacks us again. So a few things to do here. A few locations to check out. I'm assuming that we're gonna make peace between Yana and Lugaid. Let me know if you need anything. You're not gonna try and kill me? Everyone here is pretty hostile last time. What's all that stuff you brought in? Potion ingredients. I like stocking up on supplies. Good. We need everything we can get. This looks like the kind of stuff sorcerers would use. Don't be stupid. Tarlock hates sorcerers. Yeah, he might not be a man of his word. Based on what little we know about him. If it weren't for the Mourians, we wouldn't be in this situation in the first place. A cat. If Tarlock weren't so power hungry, we wouldn't be at war. Yeah, Mourians are blaming humans, humans are blaming Mourians. Sounds like your standard politics. Everyone's fault but your own. Kinda hates magic just as much as Tarlock does. He's got a level head. That's sorely needed right now. This is If's home. Can we go in here? Where Tarlock was before. Make sure I don't miss any loot in here. Really cool looking throne. Kinda weird we just walk right in here and not get accosted by anybody. Especially considering what happened last time. It feels weird to me. And the guards are super friendly too, like, oh, what can we do for you? You can try not committing treason. A good start. And the Mourians convinced the king to go to this doomed expedition to Innisfail. Or Innisfail. I'm pretty sure the expedition was the King Ith's idea. A soldier must stay forever vigilant, always ready for battle. It'll be like nothing the world's ever seen, or I'll go down in history. I shouldn't be here. I should have never left the farm. You're lucky. Maybe you'll be assigned to Brig's unit. Hey, that's technically my unit, since Brig's currently under my high command. You can't pay me for this shipment. Then go find someone who can. I don't think I'm allowed to leave this post. I should pick up some nice chicken feed on the way home. That's interesting. Hieroglyphics here. The Egyptian aesthetic, which makes sense because Lugaid mother, I forgot her name, Ith's wife, the queen, was Egyptian. I'm surprised it hasn't been taken down yet, since, you know, Tarlock's whole thing is Celtic blood, or whatever. Very, intolerant, that's what I would say. At least most nations have done away with that in modern times. Let's see. Prince's sword, it looks like it's better than what I currently have equipped. Yeah, all around just better. We'll have to equip that. I gain more than I lose if I equip this. A slot in it. I meant to click on, but I couldn't click on Barrett anyway. I want to get back up there and make sure there's no loot on the other side of the flame. Alright, nothing up there. Let's go talk to Prince Lugaid. In Dunbriga. At Fwamnock's Tears. Saying that right? Probably not.
The prince will be thrilled that you're here.
I wish I could say the same.
Cheer up. You're far too young to be a grumpy wizard.
I am a druid.
Whatever, wizard.
I hope that some time with Prince Lugaid and Queen Escata will help you see why the true heir needs to return to the throne.
Majestic, isn't it? The legends say those waters are the tears of an ancient princess who was unable to be with the man she loved. It's quite a youthful fantasy to entertain spending that kind of energy crying over someone you never even got to hold.
The point I was trying to make earlier was that most nations have done away with the blood-based citizenship. It used to be pretty standard. Now it's mostly soil-based. If you're born within the borders of the nation, then you are a citizen of that nation. I think it makes for a more tolerant society than blood-based. Main map, Druidic College. Won't go to the college quite yet. Oh, I didn't even see the mask. I thought it was loot. Oh, we found the first goblin. This dot. I don't mind so much. Keeps me informed. You don't need idiots shouting to stay informed. Just talk to me. I know everything. True, true. But they found that infidel. That's no what. That was a mess. I'm just saying. I can understand if you took the occasional lover. Do you care to define occasional? Not really. But I have to put my foot down on this. As far as I know, she just had her usual lunch of apples, bread, and cheese. Maybe some milk to drink. Babbling in agreement. So not an adverse reaction as I feared. Does she suffer from hives or red eyes when exposed to bees or honey? How the hell would I know that? I saw your last fight. Gods, you were so dominant. It looked like a close match for the longest time. When you caught his spear in your shield, that's when I knew it was over. Maybe the best fighter I've ever seen. Except for the guy standing right behind you. The other scouts would make so much fun of me. I'd be clunking through the forest. Bright side, at least I draw the enemy's attention away from the others. What if anyone here sells leather armor? You look like you know how to use that weapon. I'm embarrassed to admit this, but I need help. You see, I'm a healer. I need to venture into the forest frequently to find herbs and plants for my tinctures. Every time I go, it seems some sort of creature launches itself at me. I need someone to exterminate the threats. I'll pay. I'll pay well. My travels have been molested by spiders, bears, wolves, corrupted humans, and Mourians. More of them you kill, the safer I'll be. And of course, the more you kill, the more I'll pay. Okay, I handle that. Hello, I was hoping you could direct me to the pool. The pool? You mean the pool of King Antolin? I suppose. I saw the pool was nearby, but not the name. Antolin found this pool during one of his campaigns. He swore it had healing properties. Oh, you're gonna tell me stories. Good day. Trying to find some ingredients. And what are you making? A stew. I like something with some meat. You have a recipe? I assure you, I'm utterly hopeless. Let's start from the beginning. Oh, most likely they're trying to imitate the great stews of the south. Nonsense. The best stew is from Caltia. You poor untraveled clod. What you have here is a pale imitation, the glories of southern stew. First we have our cooked octopus, as you can see. We'll cut it apart with sharpened scissors. And now a measure of coarse salt, paprika, and a generous dollop of olive oil. Seems simple enough, but the proof will be in the tasting. Alright, nothing I'm interested in there. Is the woodland safe yet? It is not. I can't say I've ever dined with werewolves. My friend, you're missing out on the experience of a lifetime. As you know, werewolves have a keen sense of smell. Food we make, sublime, subtle, richness of taste. A visitor to my kitchen. You know, I ordinarily serve guests out front, right? Wait a second. Look at that chat Medilla sent for my recipe. I'm always happy to share my knowledge, but be warned, you have the skill to recreate it. It's not just because I accidentally cut my finger into a bowl once. Hence the name. Here you go. One finger free recipe for caution stew. Welcome. Have you come to sign up? I have a number of exciting opportunities. There's arena work, of course, some light guard duty, even some part-time mercenary work if you're in a warlike mood. That's not what I'm here for. It's here for the money, and potentially goblins. I don't see any. Okay. Not going to fret too much about it. I spoke to these people. Lugaid. He's a menace. Oh no. He's half the man his father was. Maybe a quarter. Wait, he has 4 parents? Don't be dense. Did we speak to them? I think I did. I'm gonna assume that I did. Nothing really lost if I don't speak to him. Fine. Well, the bow you sold me was garbage anyway. Here we go. I used twice. Only twice, and it broke. Sir, I told you. Twice. 2 shots. And the boar got away. What broadaxe? I'm just curious if any bows come with slots in them. It doesn't look like they do. Speaking of embarrassing, Astrula, your dancing is killing me. I'm just practicing for that pretty little more. Maybe focus on the match. Nails, I'm gonna mop the floor with you. I'm already thinking of the after party. Don't think of the shield as a hiding place. It is a weapon you use for blocking. You can trap the foe's blade, knock the swing wide, and you can use it to bash his face in. I like the way you think. Finally. I just can't make a decision. The hood is easier to wear. The armor protects me from attack. Look, pal. I'm coming at you with a bow. Nothing will save you from an arrow to the eye. So, just pick one, please. Stop wasting time.
Magickal do.
Master Amagan, where in Duat have you been? We took you for dead.
You were close. I was in the underworld, gathering allies. As you can see, I was successful.
Come with me. The prince is waiting.
Gods, the market is slow this year. I don't think I've ever seen it this bad. We know who to blame, right? Oh, here we go. Explain, or get mad at you. Alright, so you scare off these idiots. Right, and our job gets a lot easier. No, dummy. Our job goes away. Alright, I'm gonna get back to the Druidic College. I think we'll explore that before we go speak to Lugaid. Oh, gotta talk to Lugaid first. I might try doing the side quest before I speak to Lugaid. If I knew where I needed to go. Okay, so it saves it. Okay, cool. So we're already most of the way done with most of these. So we need a handful. What, 10, 5, 11? Not too bad. Alright, let's go talk to Lugaid.
I've been our primary contact with the Druids in your absence. But the situation has worsened. Tarlok.
Hey, Goblin Mask.
We were there for his coronation.
That remains a sensitive subject, especially with my son.
Anethel, you look pained. The water in the air has come into my bones. Every move feels like stepping on sharp stones. We'll book passage home soon, my friend. This Katia, she's beautiful, no? It has its charms, to be sure. But what is best in your mind? I should have to think on this. As will I. Let us count the ways. Well, maybe I could tell you. Are you sure? I wouldn't want you to strain yourself by actually talking to me. I can keep it to myself. Fine. Tell me then. More summon scrolls there. I've lost track of the time. I don't know how long this episode's been. I don't know if I want to talk to Lugaid yet. 1 second, it's going to mute itself. Alright, we have time.
You only have to take these herbs for 3 more days. Then, your pain should subside.
The herbs are what hurt. Feels like my stomach is collapsing.
They'll minimize scarring.
I don't care. Tarlok and Tiana are out stealing my country. Corruptions are wandering the hills, murdering my people.
Tarlok has turned the people against us.
You, from the beach. Tell me, have they turned against us?
They're being manipulated.
So they aren't intelligent enough to make their own decisions. They have to rely on an old, angry man to tell them what to think. I thought our people would be better than that.
People are rarely better than that.
But they should be. We'll get them there.
You've become a different person this past month.
I'd like to think so. But you've been around me every day. Do you think I'm more capable? More adult?
Yeah, I'll believe it when I see it.
That's fair. I look forward to proving it to you. And everyone. Okay. How do I prove to our people that I can do this?
The others are too busy looking for a scapegoat. You are free to focus on the true problem.
The corruptions. There is a labyrinth on the other side of this hill, just past the Druids' College, near the werewolf camp. It was once a site of worship and contemplation. The corruptions have been gathering there in large numbers, slaughtering villagers, students, werewolves and druids alike. I can posture as much as I want, but I'm still recovering from my wounds, not just cosmetically. I would not be much service in battle. But you can fight in my name, or at least help stop these corruptions from destroying my people, even if you don't support my claim to the throne. Oh, take Calden with you. She's a skilled necromancer.
It would be my honor.
Rid it of their evil, for all our sakes.
Alright, we don't have a sorcerer yet, so we'll grab her as a sorcerer. I'm sorry about your husband.
Thank you. I admit I don't know what else to say.
Why do you support your son?
Why would I not?
Yeah.
He is the crowned prince. He's immature, that's true. But he cares. He will make a good king.
Tell me more about the labyrinth.
The druids use it for meditation. Getting lost in the rooms was meant to broaden their minds, or something. Amigen brought me there once, during my brief time under his tutelage. I was lost inside for 6 hours. Wouldn't exactly call it a religious experience. It was scary enough without terrifying corruptions wandering the halls.
Why do you want to be king?
It's what I was born to do. But beyond that, my father built a thriving culture. Here, where everyone was accepted. At least accepted enough. I don't want to see that crumble. I want to make it better.
What's Egypt like?
Compared to here, it's hot. It's much more organized. The focus on learning is incredible. And yet it is so much more stratified. I lived in luxury because the pharaoh is my grandfather. But I cannot say the same for everyone.
Your father was a good man.
The best. I gave my father a hard time, but I loved him with all my heart. I was not ready to lose him. Is anyone ever ready?
What's your relationship with Khaldun?
I still had a lot to learn about love and what kind of actions mean someone loves you. She means a lot to me. I'm glad to have her as a friend.
What do you think of me?
You were an immense help in Ireland. And it looks like you suffered. At least as much as I. I trust you. Perhaps more than I should. And I'll trust you even more if you help me with that labyrinth.
Alright, let's take care of Khaldun's leveling. Put 12 points in each one of these. And abilities. So she has Magical Bolt, blast your enemy with magical force, injure them and nearby foes. Arcane Wave, hurl a wave of force that damages and stuns everything in its path. Teleport, instantly move to a new position. Channel Magic, regenerate your mana by concentrating, unmoving. Last until another spell is cast or the duration ends. Rune of Combustion. Summon a rune on the ground. It will explode when an enemy approaches or when the rune expires. Up to 3 may be placed at one time. The Rune of Razors. Summon a rune on the ground, dealing periodic damage to any enemies in the area. Then Sage. Your long years of study have raised your intelligence, +2 to intelligence, and mystical efficiency. First spells you cast in combat cost less mana. We have 5, so let's go and grab that. And that. A Rune of Razors is really good when we had it last time. Arcane Wave sounds pretty good. And we'll just spam those 3 and get some mana regen. Oh, she gets a formation. So we have Golem with American, so let's get Conclave here. Magical attack formation that deals massive damage over short periods of time. It's a magic sphere. Formation hurls a magic projectile that hits an enemy for massive damage. Injures any foes nearby. Not injuries. Arcane darts. The formation releases a swarm of projectiles that strike all nearby enemies. Molten beam. Formation fires a shaft of blazing light that burns the ground beneath it. And legendary captive sun. Formation releases a wave of heat that burns all nearby foes and knocks them to the ground. All members of the formation are knocked down as well. Alright, let's dip. Go towards the Druidic College, and we'll deal with that labyrinth in the next episode. Might take some time and see if I can't find more goblins in this area before we go to the college. As well, but for now I'm going to park my character over here next to the way to the college, and that's where we'll end it. So I'm going to call it here. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.